Hey everybody, it's me Richard. So today I'm going to be doing not a whip and chat. I'm going to be doing a whip and tip. I'm going to show you what I'm working on, my work in progress. I'm going to give you some tips to make diamond painting easy, less struggle, and more fun. Come back after the intro, you guys. Hey everybody, welcome back. It's me Richard with Real Men Craft 2. So today I'm going to be working on my work in progress, and I'm going to be giving you guys a bunch of little tips and tricks of what I do. Now, this is just what I do. You don't have to do what I do. A lot of people have been doing diamond paintings a lot longer than I have. I have to tell you, I am drinking out of my Mickey mug again today. I love this mug. And so I'm gonna take a sip of coffee really quick. I'm so sorry you guys had to watch that. But what I'm gonna do, back to what I was talking about. A lot of people have been doing diamond paintings longer than I have. I've been only doing it. Hi kitty kitty. Here comes Butters. Butters is coming into the scene. Where are you, Butters? So, I am still working on So Many Books, So Little Time by Spangler. It is a Diamond Art Club canvas. And, what was I saying? Oh, like I should, it is a Diamond Art canvas, a Diamond Art Club canvas. I am just like tongue-tied today. I don't know why. There's a lot going on outside. We have construction across the street, so I do have two of the windows open so the cat can sit in the window. So you guys are going to be hearing, you might hear some trucks driving by. So if you do, sorry about that. But hey, this is real life, huh? What I was saying, I'm going to be showing you some of you have been writing in and asking me questions through email, which I love. I love to talk with you guys. Some of you I've been chatting with on the phone. Hey, Christy Randazzo. And I've been talking to Selena and Maria and Bob and Jeff. They just started diamond painting, so I was chatting with them the other night, and they came up and they said, Richard, when you work on these big canvases, where do you put your canvas as you're working on it? I'm going to be showing you that. I need to put my glasses on really quick here for just a second. I'm going to be showing you guys that. So when I work on these big, long canvases, they can tend to get in the way. Here comes a big truck. So yeah, these canvases can tend to get in the way. And I'm gonna show you right here. I'm sitting here, I'll just pull up the bottom, but I'm gonna flip the camera around here in just a sec. But yeah, I'm gonna record here what I do with my canvases, how I get them out of my way. I only have the width of this area right here. Everything else is either out of my way or it rolls up underneath me. Now, I'm gonna show you guys things that only I do. I can't stress this enough. I am not a professional at this. I am not getting paid for this. This is a hobby that I do. I have probably made 20 diamond paintings. I've got 3 of them hanging in my house. I have a Disney room where I have many, 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 many collectible pieces of Disney art that I myself have made or have had made for me from, hi kitty, kitty, what are you watching? Oh, the cat's watching the hummingbird. He's talking to the hummingbird. Meow. Yeah, what? What? You want to say hi to everybody? Come here. No. He's like, nah, I don't want to. So, yeah. So back to what I was saying. So these are just the way I do things. You don't have to do it like this. It does make it easier for me. And I know a lot of people have taken a lot of my tips and said, wow, Richard, I'd never thought of that. It worked out really, really, really good. Thanks for giving me the tip. And hey, you guys, that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm doing this for. I want to share with you guys all the love that I have doing this. I have been crafting. A lot of you don't know my backstory, but I've been crafting for over 51 years. My mother and my oldest sister, Judy, they're both now no longer with me. But my mother passed July 4th, 1992, and my sister just passed like 15 years ago. But they're the ones that taught me at a little, when I was like 7, 8 years old, how to crochet. My grandmother taught me how to crochet, my mother. From there, it branched out to every craft you can think of. I've been lucky enough to make a business out of selling my jewelry. I've sold jewelry around the world. I've been lucky enough to make jewelry for celebrities. I've made pieces of jewelry for Marie Osmond, pieces of jewelry for Loretta Swit. Those of you that are old enough remember the old MASH TV show. Loretta Swit played Hot Lips Houlihan, or whatever her name was, Hot Lips something. But yeah, I've been very lucky. So back to what we're doing today. You guys, I'm gonna pop the camera down on me, how I work, what I do, how I make it easier for me. And you know, people have asked me so many times, Richard, how do you do these canvases so fast and your work is so precise? Now, I'm gonna tell you something. I am not OCD. I am very organized. I'm not bragging, but I do not like stuff all over the place. I work here in our formal dining room. Now, yes, I take up a big part of this table, but if we have guests over for dinner or if we're having a dinner party, this stuff can all be cleaned up in 15, 20 minutes, and you don't even know that I've ever sat here and worked on. This is where I do my beading. This is where I do my jewelry work, my designing. This is where I teach classes, is at this big table. But back to what I was saying. So I'm gonna pop the camera around here in just a second. I'm gonna show you to both Bob and Jeff how I get my canvases out of the way. So here we go, you guys. Let's, I'm gonna show you my work in progress, and we're just gonna talk for a little bit. And if you haven't done so already, and if you love crafting and diamond painting as much as I do, I would appreciate it if you gave me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button right there. Ring that bell. That just gives you a notification through your YouTube channel or your email that I've posted another video. So let's go, you guys. Here we go. Let's create. So this is my workstation. So I've got all my tools in this little rubber thing. And then a lot of people ask me, Richard, how do you roll your canvas up while you're working on it? This right here is a big, heavy wooden pie dough roller, like a pastry roller. And then I have all my drills in these containers. I've got them labeled, and then I sit here and I work right here. I sit here. My canvas with the plastic hangs down in front of me. I just unrolled it this morning because I'm almost 3/4 of the way down. And I am gonna flip this camera around now while I work, and I'm gonna show you guys some tips and tricks on how I get my drills to lay in my tray, how I load my wax, and yeah, I'm gonna flip the camera around here in a minute. Okay, so I've got my boat here. As you guys can tell, I'm sitting here working on so many books, so little time. Now I've got my light board on, and you can tell, here's the difference. No light board, and a light board. So, people ask me all the time, they're like, Richard, how do you get your drills to lay straight? See this right here? See this magic right here? This is just a fabric softener sheet. You want to demagnetize and destatic your boat, whether you're using this kind, the little plastic ones, the clear ones. It helps so much. Now, when I pour, I'm not sparingly pour them out. All my beads are over here. I have them out in my trays, of course, but all my extra ones, I don't put them in order, but I do have them sitting right here, standing up in front of each other. I can just grab my bags and refill these. Now, I keep my drills in these little containers here that you can see. I put them A to Z, and after the A to Z's, or the 1 through whatever, I will put them in numerical order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then A, C, E, all the way up through the alphabets, and then I just put the symbols in. Now, it's kind of funny because people say, well, how do you know where your drills are? How do you know what symbols? It's kind of like a painter does when a painter has all their rolls of their tubes of paint, and once they get rolled up starting to look like this, they can't see the color of the tube, but you get to know your beads, your paint, whatever you're working with. You start to memorize them in the tray, and you can just grab them at just whatever you need. It just comes second nature. It takes a while. Now, here's a really, really, really good tip. This is something that I have done forever, whether I've got beads laid out on a mat or drills on a plastic tray. People ask me all the time, how do your drills not cling and stick to your fingers, or stick to your pen, whatever you're using? Here's a little trick. Now, people are gonna say, oh, well, I used a credit card. You don't want to use a credit card or anything hard plastic, because anything hard plastic against these resin drills, it's gonna cause static electricity. So everything you've worked at, demagnetizing and destaticking, cardstock. I use a business card. Once I lay my drills out, I just go like this, watch.
Nothing's playing right now.
I knew Google was gonna talk to me. I'm left-handed. So normally I would push them this way. Some people that are right-handed, they work from this side. Pull your drills this way. And on camera, of course, it's gonna be not doing what I want it to do. People say, what kind of wax do you use? Do you have a favorite kind of wax? It's funny, I don't have a favorite kind of wax, but as you can see, this placer here is a 7 placer. I love this placer, and this is just good old red wax. On my single side, I've got actually blue tack in my single placer. Here's my ball of blue tack right here. When I need to refill it, I just stick it here, not on the canvas, but on the plastic. Plug it right like that, and there it is. It's funny because this blue tack, I have gotten to where I love it. I can go 2-3 days, no joke. I can go 2-3 days with one fill. Now, I keep a single one on one side of my pin. I've got a 7 placer on here. Now you guys are gonna say, Richard, what's that black dot right there? These plastic drill tips will start to wear. And if you notice, you'll see that they start to wear at an angle. I keep that angle toward me this way. So I just draw a permanent black pin, a little ball or something on there, so I know what side I want facing me. Now it's kind of funny. You guys are gonna say, Richard, you say you're not OCD, but this sounds very OCD to me. It's not OCD. An artist, when I think of being any kind of artist, and we're all artists. Anytime we create anything, we're an artist of some sort. Whether you've been doing it for 2 weeks or 40 years, we learn techniques and styles that make it easy for us to create, and makes it easier for us to, want to sit down and do this. So when I lay my drills out, I work, like I told you, I know it's backwards to you guys, but I can sit here left-handed. I usually work from the left side of my canvas over. When I remove my plastic, I'm gonna show you how I do it in just a second, but I work this way. I lay my drills here and I work away from me. I work in my space. I'll usually do like a 2 or 3 inch row. I work from the bottom up. Now, some people will uncover a big giant space and they will do all of one color right then. I don't like to do that. I do it square by square, color by color, and you're gonna see how quick I can change colors. So I'm just gonna show you. My hand's probably gonna be in the way. I'm gonna move this other placer out of the way. But you guys, I've got my dot toward me. Pick up my 7. I'm gonna lay them right there. There's 7 right there in all of 4 seconds. I work right down the row. I'm gonna place. Now you guys will see sometimes where, especially if you use a multi-placer, and since I just filled my blue tack, I gotta pull some off here. You guys are gonna see, every once in a while you'll get a drill that's pretty stubborn, and this is a Diamond Art Club canvas, and the drills, I have to admit, on this painting are some of the most tedious ones I've ever worked with the Diamond Art Club canvas. Normally I don't have any that I have to cull or throw away, but that's a whole nother story. So I've got my plastic unrolled to about right here. I don't know if it shows up on canvas or not, on camera or not canvas. So I'm just gonna pick up 7. I'm gonna place them right there, and you're gonna notice, wow, I've got a stubborn drill. Some drills, they're not gonna be perfect. They're not all gonna be exactly the same thickness. Now, you guys will see, sometimes you'll get residue when you just have refilled your tip, whether it be a single tip or a multi-placer tip. You're gonna notice your excess. You have to prep this. You have to season it just like like when you season your cast iron skillets. Now you're gonna see some pink wax in there. I'm gonna show you guys a little tip here in just a second how to get rid of all that. Don't you love that sticky sticks sound? Now I swear by my multi-placer. Some people only use a single placer. I've even used I was working on a horror piece that trick-or-treat picture with Sam, the little creepy guy that I showed you guys. So here's what I was gonna say. When you get this excess wax on your drills, you guys have got toothbrushes. I know you've got toothbrushes in your house. We all, when we go to the dentist, they give us those cheap Crest toothbrushes. Don't throw them away. They work perfect for this. It doesn't leave any fibers on your drills. Get rid of all that excess wax. So back to where I was. Now you're gonna notice I put a lot more drills in my tray. Back to filling in this hazard area. So, like I was saying, I swear by my multi-placer. I'm actually kind of glad this is happening on screen, so you guys can see we all go through the same trials and tribulations with wax, and whether it be a diamond painting, beads, we all go through little things that tempt us or try to make us mad. I guess it's kind of part of the thing of doing any craft or any art. When I refill my wax, I've got my wax, I keep my wax in one of these little round, they're actually makeup blush holders and stuff, but they work perfect for storing my wax. When I refill it, I live here in California, so a lot of people swear by Patty Wax. This is both the regular and the super sticky. I do like Patty Wax, only in my single side. I live here in California and it tends to get super, super hot. So Patty Wax can either be too sticky or not sticky enough. So I just make a little worm. I place it where I want it, push down with my finger, drag, and roll it off my fingertip. Put that little ball there. Work out the excess. Kitty's sitting right here beside me like, I'm right here with you, Dad. So back to what we were doing. The good thing about a poured wax or a poured glue canvas, which Diamond Art Clubs are, you can move your drills around really easy. I gotta get this wax off my fingers. So I'm gonna grab, this is my new pen, by the way, that I got from Jim's Handmade Pens. I'm gonna let this sit for just a second. I'm gonna show you what I was talking about, how these tips wear down. I'm gonna grab my blue one. Now, if you can see right here, you're gonna see how this looks like it has a scalloped edge on it. It doesn't. This is a four placer that was completely smooth and flat, but we don't see this as we use them. As we use these, they actually will wear down and they will start to form the shape of the drill surface. They do. It's pretty funny because we don't see it as we're using it, but these actually will wear down. Now, if I use like a 20 drill spacer, the 20 is about probably this long. I have to really roll it to get the drills off. Now, I do use that big giant one when I'm doing a huge color block of one color. I will use the 20 spot. But in these smaller areas, I swear by my 4 spot or my 7 spot. Yeah, I love it. I'm gonna move these down since I'm working on camera. don't have the camera over my shoulder like when I do a jewelry video. So you guys have to see my hand in a way. But I will get that mastered down. I'm still learning where to place my camera for all this good fun stuff. But that is wax. Oh, that's on the plastic, thank goodness. So, speaking of my plastic, I am gonna fill this in really quick because it'll take me about 10 minutes. Unless you guys want to sit and watch me, I know a lot of people will do it for hours. They'll watch people talk. I can't do that, you guys. I have to either be listening to a book or I listen to my music. Now, I've got that wax on there. I dropped a piece that I didn't catch. Pull it off with the good old fabric softener sheet. When I want all my drills to lay in their perfect little spaces, it doesn't want to respond with me. So you guys are seeing some color here, this hot pink fuchsia, this fuchsia pink right here. That is my washi tape to keep this from rotating. Yeah, so I'm done with this color. I've got big hands. I will just pour these all back into my hand, grab my container, pop them in. See how they don't cling? That's because of that fabric softener sheet. I'll pop them right back into the container. I'll go to the next symbol up, which is, it's kind of funny because I nickname my things like this. I call upper left corner. See how it looks like an upper left corner? Because there's no number. Yeah, I could go by the DMC numbers, but I don't. I either go by ABCD or 1 through 10, or I will just nickname them funny little names. So we're gonna do the upper left corners next. And no, this is not sped up camera-wise. This is just me working. See, I always like to have a single on one side and a multi-placer on the other side. And what's cool about a multi-placer, you can pick up 1, you can pick up 2, you can pick up 4, you can pick up 7 if you're using a 7. That color's done right there. Pop these into my hand. These are all going back. Sorry, kitty, I can't pick you up. I don't want fur flying. We're using the upper pointer arrow. Yeah, so it's like people will get frustrated with their drills or their beads or anything else. It's just, you know, like I tell my students, you have to think of whatever you're working with as your, I don't want to say bread and butter because that sounds kind of stupid, but I have a spot right there where I can pop in 2 because my plastic's right here. So instead of doing this and coming back, well, I'll do some more. So now I'm gonna go upper right corner, 642. It's so funny because having your drills in some kind of order, it makes it easy just to grab them. I love that noise. That little pop pop. No, kitty, we can't play right now. If I pick up the cat, he is gonna have me covered in white hair. He had a bath this morning. Yeah, the cat loves the water. I'm lucky about that. Most cats don't like water. My cat loves the water. And then it's kind of funny. I was talking to a friend on the phone yesterday and she's like, Richard, I hate it when my drills will pop or my tray will move. It's like I told her, I said, you can't let that kind of stuff frustrate you, because as soon as you get frustrated working with these little kind of things, you're gonna get a drill spill. You guys know what a drill spill is? Where you pop this tray up or you drop it and they go all over the floor. Yeah. We all know that most diamond painting companies will send you hundreds and hundreds of extra ones, but you don't want a drill spill. Yeah, it's the worst. Especially if you have carpet. We don't have carpet anywhere in our house. We've got white pine hardwood floors. So it makes it great. Yeah, I can't imagine having carpet. I don't know. It's, yeah, I can't imagine. I don't think I've had carpet since the 80s, 90s. I just refilled my tip point, and it is hot today. Now, those of you that use patty wax is something you really have to learn how to use. It's completely different than a soft wax. I do like the product. I just, like I said, I only use it usually in my single end. Yeah, it works great for that. This is just being a pain in the butt right now. But you also have to remember that I'm working under a ring light. And speaking of lights, Bruce and the dog just came home from their walk. So I am actually working under this light, which causes, hi Zero. Did you and Dad have a good walk? So I'm actually using this pink wax under this ring light. These ring lights get actually really hot, and it does. It actually affects the softness of the wax, whichever kind you're using. Yeah, I'm not sitting here with my tip, toward the ring light. But it does. It just adds to the temperature of your work area. And like I was saying earlier, I talked to somebody, and when you live in a climate that's really, really cold, your wax, you don't have to warm up your wax to load your tips. But yeah, so in just all of not even 3 minutes, I've done all this. So I'm going to show you guys how I trim my area spot. So, as I'm working on my canvas, like I said, I like to peel back from left to right. We're going to pretend that this isn't here. This is where my little ceramic knife comes in. Now, you guys are gonna notice that I don't have light here. It's simple fix. Watch this. I could move my whole canvas over. I would just tend to just move my light board underneath. Here's how I use my ceramic knife. Here's the ceramic knife. I love this thing. This is the Slice brand. This is the original one. Another tip, you always want to have a hard ruler around. I'm just gonna lay it right here along the same row that I'm working on. I'm gonna take my little ceramic cutter, run it right along my ruler, get the ruler out of the way, and watch. Perfect line, so it stays exactly where I was. Some people use washi tape here. I don't. I don't like to have washi tape all over my work area. Yeah, I know, I told you guys I'm not OCD, but I don't like to have washi tape all over the place. So I'm gonna stick this back to where I was working. Crease it down with my fingertips. I'm gonna finish this, and yeah, so here's a little tip again. Toothbrush. The stiffer the better. Can be a brand new one, can be an old one. Fabric softener sheet. Best thing in the world. You can use one that's already gone through the dryer. I like to use a brand new one. Do your trays whenever you need it. Some people do it between every single color. I don't. Once again, when I change colors, I just pop these. If you've used a fabric sheet, they're not gonna go flying all over the place. I just grab my, that's simple. Grab my next color. This isn't in the canvas. Pop the next color in. Grab a piece of cardstock. Remember, you don't want to use a credit card. Credit card's plastic. All it's gonna do is cause more static electricity. So you guys, I'm Richard. This is Real Men Craft 2. I just want to say thanks so much for taking time out of your day to watch my work in progress. And hey, you guys, next time I see you, see the cat? Got cat hair on me. It's not that he sheds, but I was petting him earlier. So you guys stay creative. Do something that makes you happy. Be nice to other people. I just lost my niece last week, who was only 46. You guys, life is short. And like I say on my book channel, live your life like a book. Just don't turn that last page, because you know what? Once the book's over, life can be too. We only get one. Take care of yourselves. Stay creative. Stay sparkly.